Good morning, everybody. I hope you can find this video. I hope your Wednesday's off to a good day. Hope you were able to actually get some rest. I hope you're sleeping, you're taking care of yourself. It's something I'll always tell people that I'm caring for as a chaplain in the hospital or in the military where I serve in the Air Force Reserve as a chaplain. Take care of yourself, get rest, eat when you can, drink water, practice self-care. Good morning. Aurelia says, LOL, OMG. I must have done something goofy. Good morning. Where's the whiskey? Tiffany says. Coffee. This is all I've had. So you're going to get partially caffeinated Matthew this morning. Who knows what's going to happen? It's going to get crazy. All right, Aurelia, are you laughing? You're LOL because I put the wrong title. Who knows what I did? Oops. Oh, she said she put the wrong thing on our social media post. Dang, Rita and Tiffany both calling for me to be drinking whiskey. I'm sorry to disappoint. Good morning. I want to wait just a few more seconds here to see who else jumps on. Tell me what you're doing to take care of yourself right now, to practice self-care. We are having a moment. We are having a moment. You need to be taking care of yourself so you can participate in this moment that is becoming a movement. I hope you are taking care of yourself. I hope you're sleeping. I hope you're connecting with the life-giving people in your life. I hope you feel a freedom and permission. Let me give you some pastoral permission that if you have toxic people in your life, if you have people that are stealing life, sucking the life out of you, they are like sponges from you, feel free to cut them off. Say, I'm not going to give you my energy right now. There is such good and important work for us to do right now. We are finite beings with a finite amount of energy. You need to be channeling and directing that into life-giving ways. Good. Deshna says taking breaks, long hot baths, running hard, uphill, praying good. I love it. Tammy, I'm glad you're here and this is part of your self-care routine. Tiffany says eating healthy food, drinking a lot of water. I love to hear that. There you go, Rita. I like that too. Let me jump into what I was going to say. I'm going to flip over. I tried to write some of it out in a hurry this morning, and then I'll jump back and engage with some of your comments. But let me jump over to what I was going to say. We are having a moment right now, and it's come, to be honest, quicker than I thought it would, but it's long overdue. Embers that have long been smoldering have now burst into flame by the breath of God's Spirit being blown on them. Praise God, as God has heard the cries of the people, pressed but not crushed, perplexed but not in despair, persecuted but not abandoned, struck down but not destroyed. The Bible and Christianity continue to be held up in order to hold up violence, control, domination, racism, white supremacy, the militarization of every aspect of our society, the proliferation of violence in every aspect of our society, to hold up the domination of the voices of the people. This book continues to be held up for those purposes. And I say, this is a terribly uninformed decision, and please keep doing it. Please keep holding this book up, because The people who hold this book in high regard, they might take a closer look at it. The people who hold this book in high regard, they may begin to read the words that are in it. The people who are subjugated by a misuse of this book, they might take a closer look at it. Those whose hands and legs and minds have been formed by the one who spoke them into being might hear that same voice written in this book say, "Wake up, sleeper, rise from the dead, and Christ, the one crucified in the streets by the state, will shine on you." Keep holding it up. And maybe the little ones behind me, my little ones behind me right now, who are content in this moment to play on their electronic devices, who are being held in a cocoon of relative safety because of the systemic privilege that I get to participate in, and it's only for some, not for all. Maybe one day they will look up from their electronic devices and their toys and their trinkets, and they will understand that God's protecting and providing love that they have experienced all these years is not being administered to everyone, to all of God's children fairly. And they will weep and they will mourn, but they won't stop there. They will take to the streets following the God who speaks through this book. So keep holding this up. Fine, do it. Thank you. Because this book is the fiery grandmother of innumerable other justice and equity movements throughout history that have toppled kingdoms and rulers and oppressive powers and principalities. This book, it's a blade that turns on the one who wields it to harm and hold others down. It is a fire that burns kingdoms of domination to the ground. It tells of this narrow path of holy resistance and holy stubbornness and holy irreverence that leads to a more liberating life, more alive than anything the systems of this world have to offer. So keep holding this up. Keep holding it up because it tells of Jesus, who said, "Who are my mother and brothers?" when they were trying to get him to be quiet. Are they the ones dressed like me? Are they the ones who I took an oath and I unionized with? Are they the ones that I share skin color and belief systems with? Are they the ones who have bought me stuff and put clothes on my back when I was young and from whose womb I came? Are those really my mother and brothers? No. My family are the ones who are doing the will of God. My family are the ones who are overturning the life-destroying systems of this world and bringing radical wholeness and unity to this earth as it is in heaven. That's who my mother and brothers are. That's why I, as a white man, can talk about white supremacy when so many of my peers and my mentors and older white men whom I've looked up to and who have filled my home and my life with good stuff, when they are telling me to be quiet, or when they silently will not say anything and give me glances that say you should stop speaking too, you are not my mother and brothers. You are not my father. My family, my true family, are the ones who are doing the will of God. Those are the words in this book. So keep holding it up, and others might discover those words too. Keep holding it up because it tells us that our war, our fight, our struggle is not against fellow flesh and blood creatures like us, but it's against demonic ideologies and paradigms and belief systems that blot out the common grace sun with all of its wealth of heat and light and life and try to bring darkness and death everywhere it is found. Keep holding it up because it reminds me I don't have to attack other people in my life. They are not my enemy. I will speak instead to their demonic ideologies that tell them it's okay to keep knees on necks. Keep holding this up because those words are in here. Keep holding it up because it tells of Moses and Aaron, leaders and voices for the dehumanized, who stood face to face with power, who stood face to face with Pharaoh and said, here's what God actually says: let my people go, or I will send plague upon you and your world, destroying every so-called God you worship. Gods like violence, gods like power, every so-called God like wealth. All these things I will utterly destroy until you let my people go. Keep holding it up. Because it says the people of God, the ones who refuse to be dehumanized, as they go out in the streets and they speak. They will overcome by the word of their testimony, because it says they do not love their lives so much as to shrink back from death. So please, keep holding it up. And we will wake up and begin to read the words in this very, don't get me wrong, this very, very human book, and yet this very divine book that tells these stories. So keep holding it up, and we will keep reading it. Let me take a look at some of your comments here. Oh my goodness, there's too many here for me to engage with in this moment. I love this holy community. Thank you for the extra comments that are being added, because I can't say everything. I can't speak everything that needs to be spoken. I'm a finite creature like you. I need other perspectives to hear, to speak what I forget to speak or what I'm too scared to speak yet. So thank you. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful day today. Let's keep the conversation going. Feel free to tell the parts of this book that are speaking to you and giving you courage right now to stand. Have a great Wednesday. Bye-bye.